Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Maulana Arifin, with student identity number 2302924 from Universitas Negeri Padang. Today, I will present on the topic non-linear programming problems or NLPP, especially focus on optimization with one constraint and three variables. To guide us through the topic, I have divided the presentation into three main sections. First, the material. Second, the case. And the third is solution. The first is material, and LPP with one constraint and three variables. Let's begin with the fundamental theory. To solve nonlinear optimization problem with constraints, we use the Lagrange multiplier. First step is forming the Lagrange function, transforming the objective function and constraint function into the one Lagrange function. The formula is L x1, x2, x3, and lambda equals to f x1, x2, x3 minus lambda times x1, x2, and x3. And next is step 2 is finding stationary points. Find the first partial derivative with respect to all variables, that is x1, x2, and x3, and the lambda. Then equate them to 0 to get the value of this variable. Example, lambda L, dou L over dou x1 is equal to 0, dou L over dou x2 equals to 0, dou L over dou x3 equals to 0, and dou L over dou lambda equals to 0. And next, step 3, determine the test border Hessian to find lambda 4 and lambda 3. Determinant 4 and determinant 3. For the find the determinant 4, we use the Hessian, border Hessian, like in the screen, and next to the determinant 3, like the screen. The metric is setting up a metric using the second partial derivative of the objective and the constraint function. And we calculate the determinant of matrix 3 and matrix 4. And next step is maximum or minimum condition. Based on the determinant value obtained in the step 3, you can conclude the nature of the stationary point with the maximum when the determinant 4 is negative and the determinant 3 is positive, and the minimum when the determinant 4 is negative and determinant 3 is negative 2. And next is calculating the optimal value. After knowing the optimum steps, substitute the stationary point A, B, and C into the initial objective function to get the optimum value. And next to implementation, this mathematical method has broad application in real world, such as financial, like investment portfolio optimizing, and logistic and manufacturing, like inventory control, and microeconomic, like maximizing utility and production. Okay, next to the case in NLPP with one constraint and 3 variables. To make this concrete, let's take a case study from PT Sukaterang. Okay, the case is PT Sukaterang is a private electricity provider company that operates the 3 generators, letters A, B, and C, to supply electricity to an industrial area. During peak operation hour, the industrial area requires a total of 85 megawatts of the constant electrical power. Operation manager must determine how much power each generator should carry to minimize total fuel cost. The technical data, the hourly operation cost, or Z, for the 3 generators depend on the power generated P in megawatt, with the following nonlinear quadratic function. With generator A is P1, C1, 0.5 P1 quadratic plus 10 P1. Generator B is P2 equal to C2 equal to P2 quadratic plus 5 P2. And generator C is P3 equal to C3 equals to 0.5 P3 quadratic plus 15 P3. And the question, form a mathematical models of this problem. And second, determine how much electrical power each generator must produce to minimize total cost. And the solution from the case an LPP with one constraint and 3 variables. We begin the solution by building mathematical models. Is first objective function with z is 0.5 p1 over to the power of 2 plus 10 p1 plus p2 to the power of 2 plus 5 p2 plus 0.5 p3 to the power of 2 plus 15 p3. And the constant function is p1 plus p2 plus p3 equals to 85. That means p1 plus p2 plus p3 minus 85 equals to 0. So we got the Lagrange function is L p1, p2, p3, and lambda equals to 0.5 p1 to the power of 2 plus 10 p1 plus P2 to the power of 2 plus P2 plus 0.5 P3 to the power of 2 plus 15 P3 minus lambda times P1 plus P2 plus P3 minus 85. And the answer from the case is the step 1 is find the Lagrange function. We know the Lagrange function is 0.5 P1 to the power of 2 plus 10 P1 plus P2 to the power of 2 plus 5 P2 by 0.5 P3 to the power of 2 plus 15 P3 minus lambda times P1 plus P2 plus P3 minus 85. Next step is find the stationary point. To find this, we turunkan partial terhadap masing-masing variabel dan samakan dengan 0. The stationary point from the turunan partial terhadap P1 equals to lambda minus 10 and terhadap P2 is 0.5 lambda minus 2.5 and P3 is lambda minus 15, and for the lambda, P1 plus P2 plus P3 equal to 85. So we can substitute the equation 1, 2, and 3 to the kendala. So lambda equals to 45. And we got the P1, P2, and P3 equal to P1 equal to 35 megawatt, and P2 is 20 megawatt, and P3 is 30 megawatt. So P3 35 plus 20 plus 30 equals 13 equals to 85 megawatt. So it's correct. And next is find the determinant for and the determinant from the metric 3. From data turunan dari kasus PT Sukaterang, we got the turunan kendalanya yaitu Doha over Do P1 equals to 1, Doha over Do P2 is 1, and Doha over Do P3 is 1. And turunan kedua dari fungsi Lagrange-nya kita dapat yaitu 1 dan 2 dan 1. Sehingga semua turunan silang yaitu Do P dan Do P1 Do P2 adalah 0. Sehingga kita membentuk determinan dari metrik 4-nya yaitu 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. Sehingga kita mendapat determinannya yaitu minus 2 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 equals to minus 5. So we got the determinant dari matrix 4-nya yaitu adalah negatif 5. And next, we find the matrix 3 with determinant with the matrix 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 2. So we got the determinant is 0 minus 1 times 2 minus 2 plus 1 times 0 minus 1. So we got minus 2 minus 1. So we got the determinant of matrix 3 kali 3-nya adalah negative 3. So the next step is step 4. We classified with the syarat yang kita ketahui yaitu syarat dengan determinant matrix 4-nya itu negatif dan matrix 3-nya itu positif, maka itu menjadi syarat maksimum. Dan jika matrix 4-nya determinan dari matrix 4-nya itu negatif dan determinan dari matrix 3-nya juga negatif, maka itu kan menjadi syarat minimum. Dan we got the value from our count before. In the step 3, we got the determinant from matrix 4 and determinant from matrix 3 is negative. So ini membuktikan bahwa P1 and P2 and P3 will get the biaya minimum bagi PT Sukaterang or minimum value. And the last step is step 5. If optimized, we can substitute the starting point into the Lagrange function. So from biaya generator A, we got the total is 962.5. And biaya generator B, we got the 1200, and biaya generator C, we got the 900. So we got the total biaya minimum, or Z min is equal to 2.362,5. So the conclusion from the case is by using an LPP Lagrange multiplier method, PT Sukaterang can conclude that to meet the electricity demand of 85 megawatt, the most efficient operating strategy is to regulate the generator load at 35 megawatt and 20 megawatt and 30 megawatt. The strategy results in the minimum total operation cost in in 2.362.500 rupiah per jamnya. Okay, that's all my presentation about the non-linear programming problem with one constraint and three variables. In the case with the Sukaterang, if there are any mistake, I'm sorry and thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.